And we start 9 on your side at 5 with new information tonight on the incident where a 3-year-old boy got into the gorilla enclosure at the Cincinnati Zoo.
Good evening. The 9 on your side I-team obtained a federal report today that says the barrier around the enclosure last spring was out of compliance, and the zoo could have done more to secure it.
And 9 on your side's I-team reporter Hillary Lake is taking a closer look at this. She's live at the zoo. And Hillary, what else does this report say?
It's a short report because the investigation isn't finished yet, but it gives credit to the zoo for how well it responded to save that little boy's life, even at the cost of Harambe. Though it doesn't change the fact that the Fed's message is that the zoo could have prevented this.
Mommy's right here.
Panic, terror, an unbelievable sight. A 3-year-old boy inside the gorilla enclosure at the Cincinnati Zoo. It happened at the end of May. The zoo shot and killed Harambe to save the child, drawing criticism from animal rights activists. Zoo spokesman Thane Maynard said from the beginning the enclosure was safe for the past 4 decades.
Over 43 million people came through this exhibit during that time. Every year it passed accreditation inspections through the AZA. It passed twice-a-year inspections from the USDA.
But the USDA calls that into question in a report the 9 on your side I-team obtained on Thursday. The report says a barrier must exist between exhibits and the public, although no specific requirements are mentioned. There was a barrier in place when the boy got through, a handrail 32 inches tall and 2 wire cables running above and below that. No incidents had occurred prior to Harambe dragging the boy through the water. A spokeswoman for the USDA tells the I-team, quote, "It became apparent on May 28th that the barrier was no longer effective. The zoo almost immediately installed a new, taller barrier covered with netting to protect people and animals. A mighty lesson to learn from the curiosity of a young boy and a gorilla's natural instincts." I asked the USDA why it called out the zoo for the enclosure being out of compliance now if the zoo really did pass all of its inspections for the past 4 decades. A spokeswoman for the USDA tells me that it all comes down to it's the zoo's responsibility to make sure nobody can get through those barriers. We also reached out to the zoo today. A spokesperson sent us a statement saying that maintaining that barrier was always in compliance. The USDA tells me that once the investigation is complete, the zoo could face penalties ranging from a warning to losing its license. We're live at the zoo. Hillary Lake, 9 on your side.